Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
Well, hello, and good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Profitpreneur Power Play Podcast. I am your host, Valerie Walton, and I'm also going to be the speaker for today. We are going to talk about what if. But before we get into that, I just wanted to share with new viewers who I am. So I am co-founder of the Profitpreneur. I have been an award-winning online business coach and trainer. I've been an entrepreneur my entire adult life and actually started my first business before then when I was 12. Every business has been successful, profitable, and I've been very blessed to be able to say that. And now, fast forward to 2025, I have been married to my amazing husband for almost 5 years now. And we have been building online businesses together with his strength of technology and my strength of marketing. We put that together and we've created the Profitpreneur as well as a few other things. So let's get into this. We're going to talk about mindset because that's another thing about me. I have a doctorate in both divinity and metaphysics. So this is going to be fun, isn't it? All right. Let me pull out my notes today because I wanted to make sure I don't leave anything out. Okay. So today's episode is called But What If? Because let's be honest, our brains love to play that game. But have you ever noticed that we only seem to play it in the worst case scenario direction? Like, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if they laugh at me? And today we're going to flip that script, literally. We're going to talk about how your brain works, why we default to the bad what ifs, and how to retrain yourself to start thinking the kind of thoughts that show that you should be successful and that serve that success. Okay. All right. Now, grab a notepad. We're about to dip into this. Okay. The reason why your mind runs straight to the negative is because you're normal. Your brain, all of our brains are wired for survival, not success. Right? That is your brain's job, is to keep. Okay? It is scanning the is that dangerous or healthy? Is that a because to your brain, they both look equally dangerous. It is the part of your brain, the amygdala, that does this. It doesn't actually know the difference between a real threat in front of you versus a thought of a threat versus a new challenge in your life. So when you decide myself to my business, and so instead of running towards an opportunity, you start sprinting towards safety. And that's why your what ifs default to fear. It's protection mode. It's as simple as that. Okay. So now, before we go deeper, I do want to drop in a quick reminder. This is exactly the kind of stuff, if you're loving this is what we dive into inside the Profitpreneur community, because our business education platform is for entrepreneurs who are ready to actually understand the psychology and the strategy behind success. Because when you have mindset without skill set, that's just going to keep you dreaming. But we help you do the work that makes those dreams profitable. So you can learn more about that in the link in the description box and come hang out with us a little bit closer and a little bit deeper. All right, back to the message. So here's how we turn that survival instinct into your success strategy. You ready? You don't stop asking what if, you just ask it better. So when your brain says, what if I fail? You can answer, okay, but what if I fly? When it whispers, what if nobody buys? You can say, what if they do? And it changes their lives when they do. See, it's the same question. You're still asking what if, it's just a different focus. And that tiny shift can change everything. All right. Because your subconscious mind doesn't respond to logic. Your subconscious mind doesn't respond to logic. It responds to emotion and repetition. So when you start imagining positive outcomes and actually feeling them as well, your subconscious begins to rewire, reprogram its default setting. You're changing the whole makeup of how your brain now operates, both starting in the subconscious outward into the conscious mind. So that's when your what ifs start working for you and not against you. Now, let's do a quick reality check. Okay. Because you can't just sit around thinking happy thoughts with your eyes closed and doing nothing. Okay. This isn't some, Pinterest quote magic. Okay. This is not just the vision board. So if you say, what if I win? But deep down, you're still feeling unworthy, your subconscious starts to go, you're right. It's like trying to, play music through broken speakers. The message can't come through clearly. So to create real change, you've got to think it and feel it. And here's the part most people leave out, and embody it. Meaning you got to walk, talk, and move like this is already in motion. Your subconscious doesn't speak English. It speaks energy. Think about that. Subconscious doesn't speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, German, French, Russian, Malay. None of that. Okay. It only speaks in energy. So if your actions and your emotions don't match those affirmations you getting up saying every day, then it's going to believe whichever signal is louder, whatever energy is stronger. So I want you to think about that, because if you're, say, my age, if you're 45, and for the past 40 out of those 45 years, because that's typically all you really remember, if for 40 years straight, you have been living in fear, you've been living in survival, you have been living in an acknowledgement and an awareness and a belief of lack, scarcity, poverty, survival of the fittest, may the best man win, gotta compete with everybody. If that is what you have been living, not just thinking it, not just feeling it, but you've been embodying it as well. And this has been who you are. This has been your existence for 40 years. What makes you think just reading an affirmation, just saying an affirmation, just closing your eyes while saying an affirmation, just looking in the mirror while you're saying that affirmation, imagining while you're saying that, and only doing it for like a couple weeks or a couple months even, which energy do you believe is going to be stronger? The one that you've practiced every single day for 40 years straight? And I'm going to pull out the math. Hold up. Let me pull out the math, because y'all know I love to do the calculations. If you don't know, now you know. So welcome. 365 days. I'm not even going to do leap years, y'all. 365 days a year, every day for 40 years is 14,600 days versus 2 weeks of I'm changing my life. And then after 2 weeks, I'm burned out. No wonder. 14,600 days definitely is going to beat up and beat out 14 days, 60 days, sometimes 90 days. I know people tell you develop a new habit in 90 days. Generally speaking, you can. But what happens to those 14,600 days? Right? So we have to start to embody, because embodiment matters more than just some empty motivation. You can't just chant things or think things and think that that is how you manifest. The way that we manifest is you don't get what you deserve, you get what you are. And that's why the embodiment part is so important. It helps you to start becoming that person. So that as you think it and you feel it, you start to also become it and you operate as that person. Right. And again, this is exactly why inside the Profitpreneur, we don't just teach tactics. We teach transformation. We don't have time for y'all to be up in here wasting money, not getting what you want out of life. So what did we do? We modeled this after how we got what we wanted out of life. We wanted to be together. We wanted to live in a city that we would enjoy, better weather, no more snow, being able to be there for the people that we love and we care about, be there with them and for them. That's transformation. So we reverse engineered it and now we teach it to you. So it's not just about learning the CEO moves, but also the mindset tools to think like a CEO and feel like one. And then you can start acting like one. And that is how you become one. Right? You have that plus the business systems that operate like one. All right. So now let's talk about how you can start rewiring your brain today. I have 4 steps for you. 4 steps. And we're going to pull them up on the screen. Okay. So here's how you can start rewiring your brain today. Number 1, notice the bad what if. Notice it, acknowledge it. Don't judge it, just catch it. Okay. Then number 2, flip it immediately. Immediately flip it. You might feel like you arguing with yourself. That's fine because you kind of are. You want the stronger energy coming from the positive. So you add a new possibility that excites you. That what if I don't? What if I do and I do it better than I ever thought I could? Ooh, hold up. Now that sounds exciting. I like that. That's how you do that. Number 3, feel it. Feel it. Because sometimes we think about the positive and we're like, that's a nice thought. Moving on, and we're done. Don't stop doing that. Feel it. Take a breath, a deep breath, and imagine what that success would feel like in your body. There are times that I get like my body literally has a very light vibration to it because the energy in my body is changing. I don't know if anybody else has ever felt that, but I feel it quite often, especially now that I've been manifesting and like practicing this for a long time. But yeah, my energy literally starts to change. My vibrations, my literal vibrations start to change. So feel it as deep as you possibly can, and hopefully even to that point. So as you're thinking, well, what if I can? And what if when I can, when I do it, I feel it, I experience it better than I ever imagined. Really think in depth what that would look and feel like. Think about it. Not just, oh, I hope I make a sale. What happens when I make that sale? Right? What happens to that customer? How do they start feeling and thinking and transforming? How does that make me feel? How does that transform things for my family and myself and my confidence? How do I feel now that I'm actually closing sales and I'm doing it not through being shady, but through helping people? Because I am confident that I actually know what the heck I'm doing up in here. How does all of that feel? As I am fully aware that the actions that I have taken today have led me closer than ever to what my goals are so that I can achieve them. How does that feel? Okay. So, number 4, act accordingly. One small move that says, I believe this version of me is real. Because the thing about quantum physics and metaphysics is that all possibilities exist, good and bad. Okay, yes. So, what we're deciding to do is focus on the good and only all the good possibilities. We over here with it, right? Now, because all possibilities truly exist, how about I pick the one that I like the best? Wait a minute. Are you saying I can actually choose my beliefs? Yes. I can actually choose my thoughts? Yes. I can actually choose how I feel about myself, about my life? Yes. I can choose what path I'm going to go down? Yes. I can choose the success path? Yes. So why not do that? Sounds like a no-brainer, right? But that daggone subconscious, the conscious mind, right? We're trying to embed these beliefs into our subconscious because that's where our beliefs lie. But our conscious mind is standing there at the door, right? There's a door leading to your subconscious, and the conscious mind is standing there like, where you think you're going? You're not authorized to get back here. So it sometimes feels like a struggle because, again, the energy has to be strong enough to penetrate and bypass that conscious mind and get itself into the subconscious, because that is where all of your true beliefs dwell. I know, but it can be done. And you actually do this stuff every day. I'm going to talk about that in a second too. Okay. But when you start saying to myself, I believe this version of me is real, and you really believe that, you're not just saying it. Well, every time you do, you are teaching your subconscious a new normal. You are training it. You are programming it. You are nurturing it. You are leading it down a new, different, exciting path that will stick. You are proving that success isn't a threat. It is safety. It's expansion. It's home. Okay. So if you're thinking, well, how am I supposed to do that? I don't know how to do that. Look, I just told you, yes, you do. Okay. So I'm going to show you. How many of you drive? Learned how to drive? How many of you read? You learned how to read? How many of you speak any language, even if it's just one? Do you speak a damn language? Yes, you do. You had to learn it, though. You weren't born speaking it. You weren't born walking. You weren't born talking. You weren't born reading. You weren't born driving. So guess what that means? That was something that you had to place inside of your subconscious mind, not only so that you know about it, not only so that you are knowledgeable in it, but that you know it so well, it feels like second nature. It feels like something that is just who you are. It feels like something that you've been able to do since forever, jail. That's the same way you need to go about creating these new beliefs within you. It needs to get to the point that it feels like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I can sell. Heck yeah, child. I know how to do that. Convert. That my middle name is Convert. It needs to start to feel like that. Because if you don't, and you know what I'm about to say is true, if you don't, the back of your mind is going to keep saying, but can I though? Is that real? Can I really do that? Last week I tried to do it and I didn't quite make it. I know I gotta be consistent and stuff, and I ain't really doing that. So you have to keep putting it into practice. And even if you're not consistent every single day and you fall off, get back up. That's it. It's very simple. Okay. So the next time that your brain says, but what if this doesn't work? I want you to smile and say, but what if it does? You don't have to say it exactly like me. You can say it your way, but I'm just saying, just say it. Okay? Say that. What if it does? What if this is the moment that shifts everything? What if this is the next move that unlocks blessings that I can't even see yet? Because that do be happening, right? What if this is it for you right now, today, in this moment? What if your success story has already started and your only job is to keep walking into it? Because listen, your brain might be built for survival, but your spirit was designed to thrive. Take that with you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Profitpreneur Podcast. If this episode hit home for you, share this. Share what you waiting on. Share it, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're not watching us on YouTube, you're watching us somewhere else, like it, follow, share, all that good stuff anywhere. Okay. And share it with some business buddies. Share it with your team if you're a network marketer, or share it with someone who's been stuck in the wrong kind of what ifs. You know the people. You know who I'm talking about, right? And you can even tag me in it. You could tell them I told them to send that to you, and tag me at the Valerie Walton. I'm sorry, not the. Tag me at Valerie Walton online and tell me your new what if. I'm really excited to know about this. And if you're ready to take these shifts even deeper, make sure that you come and join us inside of this Profitpreneur community. The link's in the description box. You can get a 14-day trial and you can see just how powerful we is at helping you to grow your business with confidence, clarity, and cash flow. Okay. Till the next time, keep leading, keep growing, and keep asking yourself the better question. But what if I can? Thank you guys so much. We'll see you back here, same time, same channel tomorrow.